Hello, this is Diane bringing you a short practice called Healing Sounds. It's an ancient practice. It's very safe, and it's done using resonance sound to cleanse and clear, detoxify the organs, and balance the emotions and our mind. Bring everything into balance. So it can be done in several different ways. You can do it thinking the sounds, just saying the sounds to yourself. You can do them in a very subtle way, kind of a whisper or a low tone. And then you can also do it very loudly, and that is more beneficial to the body. But you can also do them with the movements, and you don't have to. They're very beneficial on their own. This is done, and it's a very safe practice. It can be done anytime, anywhere. Should be done in the same order. The creative cycle is what it's called. And you can associate also, when you do the sound, a color with each element. So there's a color, an emotion that you also can transforming negative emotions into positive. So we'll get started. You just need to be seated, feet flat on the floor, tailbone drop down, feel like your head is lifted up. So you have a nice alignment in your spine, just a nice relaxation in your body. Shoulders are dropped down, hands are just resting in your lap. Take a nice breath in through the nose, allow your belly to expand and just fall away on the exhale. With this one, we do breathe out through the mouth just to make the sounds. And so anyway, just take a few breaths just to kind of get started. And the first element is the metal element for the lungs. It is, the color is a pearly white. You also, the tone is like wind going over the mountains. And we transform the negative emotions of sadness and grief, anxiety, into courage and confidence. And so we begin. Palms up. It's going to be a nice inhale up. Push away, palms up. Stretch out the little finger and the thumb. It's called Buddha holds up the earth. And on that exhale, we palms down and what you want to see is kind of that sending excess energy that doesn't serve our body, mind, and spirit back to the earth to be recycled. And when we inhale, we take in from above all that fresh, clear, balanced energy. So that is the metal element for the lungs. It's the lungs and the large intestine, so those both organs benefit. That is the metal element. Metal flows into water, which is for the kidneys. The kidneys are here under the ribs. It's the kidneys and the bladder. The sound is chew, and the color is blue, the color of this beautiful blue sky we have today. The negative emotion is fear, so we transform fear into tranquility, inner peace, but more importantly, inner strength, that inner strength when we're challenged with whatever's coming our way. So we begin, we inhale, and round the back, grab the knees, and you're going to look up, and you exhale, and the sound is chew. Okay. And we do take a pause after each sound. You can do 1, 3, just however many you'd like. But just a brief meditation just to be grateful for all the work our kidneys do for us that we don't have to think about. So just a very brief sense of gratitude. Water flows into wood, which is for the wood element, which is the liver and the gallbladder. Liver's up here under the ribs on the right side. The color is beautiful green, the color of new growth, and the emotions that we transform are anger and frustration into gentleness and kindness, not only to others, but more importantly to ourselves, remembering to be kind and gentle with ourselves. And we begin, we interlace our fingers, and it's going to be a nice inhale up, palms away, stretch, reach, and as you lean to the left side, we're going to make the sound shoo. And back down. And then you just have just a brief appreciation for all the work our liver does for us. The color is a beautiful green, so imagine this amazing green light infusing our liver, gallbladder with healing, fresh energy, having transformed negative emotions of anger and frustration into gentleness and kindness. Okay? Wood is burned by the fire, which is for the fire element, which is the heart and the small intestine. The color is a beautiful red, the color of a red rose, and the negative emotions that are transformed are impatience, busyness, kind of not being in the present moment, and we transform that into love, compassion, joy, knowing that we don't need anyone or anything to make us happy. We have all these positive emotions inside. It's a matter of getting rid of all the layers that we've put on top. So how we do that for the fire element is interlace the fingers. That took me a minute. And a nice inhale up, palms away, and it's going to be to the right. Ha. And down. And just a breath, just a moment of gratitude for all the work our heart does that we don't have to think about, we don't have to worry about. It does it all on its own. And fire burns down into the earth, which is for the earth element, the spleen and stomach and pancreas, which are here on the left side under the ribs. The color is a beautiful yellow, the color of all the dandelions I have in my yard. And the emotions, the negative emotions, are worry, too much thinking, and we transform that into just a feeling of being centered, grounded, balanced, and it's also about trust as well. So the sound is who, and so we inhale, we take what's called sword fingers, inhale, take your sword fingers under the ribs, push in, as you exhale, whoo. Exhale completely, and that is the earth element. A moment of gratitude just for all the work our spleen does. Our spleen is also responsible in Chinese medicine for our immunity. So keeping our immunity strong is important, especially during these times. So gratitude for all the work our spleen, stomach, and pancreas do for our body. Earth, that's the last element that is attached to an organ. The final one is it's called the triple warmer. And it's not really an organ, it's more of the heat from our mind, our glands, our emotions, just all the glands here and our body. It's like 3 separate energy centers. You don't want fire on the roof, you don't want it in the attic. You want it here contained in the kind of in your storage bank, your bank account, so to speak, your fireplace. So anyway, the color is a violet, and there's a sound is called he, and we It's just a way to bring balance and bring together our mind, emotions, and body, just to, because they are one. So nice inhale, gather, palms down, and he. And that's for the triple warmer. The we just sit for a moment that completes the cycle, the creative cycle. We just sit for a moment and just notice how you feel. Hopefully you feel kind of relaxed, kind of just a little more balanced. You know, maybe a little less heavy from emotions or too much thinking or whatever. But the breath is a great way to detoxify our body, excess emotions and too much thinking. So hopefully you found this helpful. Stay well, and thank you for joining me. See you next time.